Alright, and we are back with more Knights of the Old Republic. I am Taylor Melnick, once again here in the middle of the Sith Temple on Korriban. The game, as I think you guys remember last time, the game like totally bugged out because actually Canderous spawned right here in the midst of like a bunch of low-level goons, and he counted as being in combat, and then when I respawned like right in the entrance to the Sith Temple, Jolie was on that side, and Jolie would not resurrect despite the fact that technically we were out of combat, and you can even like save, like we some whatever check in the system checks for that we were out of it. But because I guess like Canderous was close by and he was downed, it also counted Jolie as downed, and I couldn't figure out where Canderous was because I never switched to him. So I was like, this game is bugged. So luckily I had a save right before I walked in the door, and I quickly beat everything, and now we're here. Yeah, so I'm gonna run through the rest of this temple and try to clear everybody out just for fun, just you know, to be the completionist here. And I'm gonna save as well. I don't know how long it's been exactly since the last time we recorded, but I don't think it's been that long. And I don't know if there's like that many true mobs left. Like, I think there's just the guards in these hallways, who I'm probably going to have to kill anyways. I want to come back and do like a sort of completionist run of this game, like not necessarily run the whole game again, but there's another act. What are you doing, Canderous? There's another act after this, dude, come on, where like the sort of end of the game starts, and I know that there's like a bunch of little odds and ends, whether it be like the Pizak games or the other swoop bike races, or even just getting like the best gear. I want to do some of those things before I go on to the literal end game here. Oh, these guys are definitely going to come attack us. So we'll have Jolie take care of the mobs always first. They're literally just all chilling. Hey. No. Yeah, be a stasis monkey, thank you. Non-Jedi are just useless, man. Completely broken. Alright, so yeah, those guys are all done. But, yeah, I want to kind of do that and just sort of, get everything I can out of the game while I can. I think this might even have been my bed, so I don't know if there's anything in this footlocker, but we'll see. Nope, nothing in there. But yeah, I did start my new job with Software Factory. And I am still not sure entirely how much I can talk about certain aspects of the program. So obviously, I think the best, like the most prudent thing to do in that situation is to just not say anything I'm confused about. But I think I can say I work for the Software Factory. The Software Factory does tech consulting and other important, contributes different important systems to Lockheed Martin and builds cutting edge software. If they do anything, I would say they build like really cutting edge software using really new tooling and platforms and languages and stuff like that. If I was to like quickly say one thing about it, but are you not allowed to use any of your force powers on these guys, Julie? Hello? Oh, damn. Right. So they both look the same from the back. See, they have the little like ear things. Sorry, Taco. There you go. Just cut them up. Yeah. So I guess they put out these Sith lieutenants when you go anti-Sith at every entrance. So there's no way you can like subtly walk into the building, which doesn't really make much sense because it also sort of like interrogation room. What the hell is this? Dude, did I like miss a whole thing in here? Is there like a whole quest line I didn't get to see? Computer panel. Oh yeah. Damn. That sucks. Oh well. My sweet lore. What side quest was this, I wonder? God, I'd never done this. Droid heavy plating? Well, I guess that's that. I mean, this is an old game. I feel like in a newer game you wouldn't be struggling to finish more of these things. Dueling rooms? Are people in the dueling room, perhaps? There's so many cool things in this academy. I feel like I just totally missed all of them. That's my problem with some of these games too. I'm not the kind of guy that does like every single side quest. I don't really care for like if something isn't interesting to me, it's not interesting to me because it is a side quest, if that makes sense. Like I'm not going to play something for the sake of there being more content. It was funny, I've been listening to the Mega 64 podcast a lot lately, and they were talking about the new Justice League movie, and it was funny. I've annoyed my girlfriend half to death, like bringing up the Snyder Cut and being like, how weird is it that this thing even exists? Oh god, more of you assholes. But I had brought it up, and they were talking about it on the podcast. And one of the guys on the podcast said that he likes the fact that it's long because he feels like he gets like his money's worth out of the when he watches a long movie. And it's funny for anybody like to me to even think like that, because to me like a movie being overly long just makes it bad. Like I'm not like, oh great, 2 more hours. It's not like I have another burger or something, or like I'm getting more food. Like I don't know, it's part of the quality assessment for me. So to hear somebody say that, and this was sort of echoed by the people there, is pretty funny. So, as far as the value goes, so I guess we're not going to get attacked in Dreshte. So I guess I will come back to do that.
You own the Ebon Hawk, don't you? Wish I could fly a bird like that.
Nice to see you again. Hold.
I
am Mikadoran, manager of this establishment. Is there something you are needing, Sentient? The owner of the Ebon Hawk is always welcome in the Dreshte Cantina.
Ziagram says you sell special items.
Yes, to the right buyer. Traditionally, the owner of the Ebon Hawk has been the contact for all my transactions. That's spelled wrong. But in the past, the owner was always affiliated with the exchange. That was why Seacron did not approach you earlier. We had no idea who you were, or if we wanted to do business with you. Of course, that has all changed now, Revan.
I'm glad you get it.
The light, a fine chest, though it contains a crystal of truth. We have allied with you in this conflict, and we trust you will remember us once victory is yours, Revan.
What do you got for sale?
Yes, let's get right to business. I carry only the rarest of items. Expensive, yes, but worth every credit. Weapons, armor, equipment. I carry a little of everything. The previous owners of the Ebon Hawk would often resell the items they purchased, but in your case, I imagine you might find more than a few of them quite useful against your old apprentice.
Yeah, okay, show me your premium items.
Yes, of course. I'm sure you'll find my selection to be very interesting.
I think one of these is maybe the best suit for like the soldier, Jurgen Kelta. Pizzat cards. I think there's a way to like grind gear in this game. Or at least grind currency. I wonder how perspective they're going to be now that it's all dead.
You are so lucky. You got accepted into the academy, didn't you? I'm beginning to think I'm never going to make it.
What's up, Lurs? There you are. Do you have the spice, human? I'll look for it. Excellent. Set the code on the container to red 47. When you get the spice, bring it to me here. I'll wait for you. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's see what happens. It's just a side quest that we want to do. Again, I said that Sorry, I got a bit of a runny nose here. I said that I'm not like a completionist by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like I'll do like a side quest if like it's easy to knock out really quick, but yeah, things have been pretty interesting. I started the new job. We went to Arizona to celebrate. We went out to Phoenix and Scottsdale, and I think Tempe is right there too. Sort of like Phoenix, Scottsdale metropolitan area. I've been on the ship in God knows how long now. And we went out there so that I could go skateboarding with Killian Martin, who's a amazing skater that I had been following for probably about 6 or 7 years. There's something. Is it this metal box? No, I think I think it's in here. One of these is the spice container. I feel like I saw it in an earlier episode. I feel like the supplies crate is what is actually connected. Is it one of these? No? These are all just like storage for my character, I think. I had been following Killian for quite a long time, and this is the engine, I think. He's just an unbelievable skateboarder. He does a lot of really cool things on the board, and I'd really enjoyed. There's a workbench. I'd really enjoyed watching him, and he was. I think he was offering lessons. I think probably started because of COVID and needing to find a way to make money without like being able to really produce as many skate videos and travel. And I hadn't skated in maybe 15 years or something, right? So I did like get the quotes star map here, didn't I? I thought I did. I just had to walk into the room and look at it, right? I hadn't skated in like really like 15 years, basically, about that. And I'm sorry, I'm like not able to concentrate, but I really had a good time skateboarding with him, and it was really awesome to work super hard and really practice some tricks with somebody that you really like think really highly of. And I'm always like, for whatever reason, all of my trips always like sort of end up being, is it compartment? Is that what it is? The secret compartment. Here we go. The hidden compartment is now unlocked. The spice. Hey, the drugs, baby. Let's get out of here. Where is the exit to this thing? I think it's over here. I think a lot of my trips end up always being like around. I'm gonna bring the same 2 people so we don't get any like extra dialogues while I'm doing this. Add, yes. Yeah. My trips always be, sorry again, guys. My trips are always end up being based around like trying to meet people that are really interesting, or people I've followed for a while, or people who are doing really cool things, visiting places that I find like really interesting, like Dancing Rabbit or the Bear Center up in Minnesota, or there is even, there was some, God, I can't remember the architect's name. Frank Lloyd Wright, that's who it was. Some like Frank Lloyd Wright designed weird like pseudo alternative living place designed out by Scottsdale. We didn't have enough time to go out there. I'd actually looked it up ages ago as well. I think ironically around the same time I started following Killian Martin. Arco Santi, that's what it's called. And I think I'll probably go visit that the next time I'm in Phoenix. We had some really, really good drinks out there too that were like super remarkable, so.
Do you have the spice, human?
Yes, I do.
So you do. That does indeed look like the amount that Davik promised. Very well. 1,000 credits is yours in exchange for the spice.
I don't work for Davik, I want more.
I suppose we could count ourselves fortunate that you're here to deliver on Davik's promise at all. 1,500 credits, human, but no more. Here you are. You drive a hard bargain, human. Allow me to take the spice off your hands. My employers will be most pleased. Tell me, might you be interested in earning more credits?
Yeah.
It is a simple courier mission. Mott of the Hut on Tatooine always delivers a box that I hold. The spice was his, and the box is his repayment. There is no danger involved, human, so long as you do not attempt to open the box yourself. I'm sure Mata will pay you what was promised to Davik for the delivery. I believe 2,000 credits was the agreed upon sum.
What happens if I open the box?
Never open the box. Opening the box would be horribly bad.
Is it a bomb?
It is not a bomb, just don't open it. That is all I can say. It represents no danger to you, so long as it remains closed.
Dude, I don't have the option to bargain for 3,000?
Alright, I'll do it. Very well. I'll have some of my workers load the box into the Even Hawk for you. I'll be waiting there for you. Remember, do not open the box. Now I must go. My employers thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, I mean, so there's another thing we can do in Tatooine. And I'm sure there's like lots of side quests that I will end up like, quotes, procking once I get far enough in everybody's personal conversations, which I feel like I'll be able to do when I get back on the Even Hawk here. But yeah, we had some really great drinks. Little Rituals in Phoenix is like an unbelievable cocktail bar. And we had some really good drinks at the hotel where we stayed too, Cheachi. So, yeah, that was spectacular. So I'm going to go up to the flight deck here to see, like, are we going to get like a cut scene or something for leaving the planet? Candor?
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
I think we have like, don't we have all of the star maps? Manon. Star. Oh, okay, so we got, this planet has no entry in the Republic archives. So this is so weird, right? So why does it, oh, this is where we are. Okay. So I got all of the star maps and there wasn't like even a cutscene or anything denoting that I accessed this like Starforge system. This is the planet I think I was talking about before, where I was saying like the end game sort of forces at this point once you go here, or like pursue that line. So I definitely want to sort of dink around and maybe do more of the swoop races and get as much of this done as possible. So I'm actually going to go to Yavin first. And please, Taylor, do not forget to put in the flight in, flight out sequence here, because I definitely forgot to do it last time. So, here we are. Look, it's a sequence that does not come up in the capture because this game is desperately awaiting a HD remake or re-release or something like that. And I know we always talk about it. Yes, EA is quote-unquote, you know, air quotations, parens, curly brackets, you know, making a new Knights of the Republic based thing, and that's why we aren't playing that. We're playing this because this is the only one that I'm sure is good, and it's not out yet. And I'm sure EA will neuter various aspects of this game when it comes out, so if it is re-released. I've never done this before. Yavin is part of DLC for an Xbox release of the game, which is strange because I don't really even remember there being like DLC on the original Xbox. I remember obviously on 360 there was, and there was like demos and like the downloadable aspect was there. There's obviously Xbox Live on the original Xbox, but I definitely had this game on Xbox, so that's why it's like additionally strange that there would be stuff like that. So who are we bringing now? So I don't think Mission has been with us for quite some time, and I don't think, I mean, we can just look at the levels here. Yeah, Juhani. So we'll bring Mission and Juhani. We'll do this. I don't know if I brought this combination, but let's see. Yeah, and if this sucks, you know, it is what it is. So let's level them up real quick because they are terrible right now. Let's say feats. Okay. I'm giving her heavy armor. I don't think there's actually like any penalty to... I don't ever do stealth unless like the stealth systems are really good in these games. Divinity was a pretty good game for stealth actually. Where you could like get a lot from pickpocketing people. And you could, like, because every NPC in that game has an inventory, and so you can either like barter and trade with them, or you can just straight up rob them. It was like everybody sort of had the same dialogue for that, but it was at least cool because like there's not really any other similar system in any game that I've ever played. But I think we just want treat injury, master sense, master force jump. Yes, master flurry, powers. Energy resistance, and just more healing. I don't know, awareness. Feats. Why does she have like even one level of this? She's a guardian, so she's supposed to get in there. Oh, is she duelist or? I don't even remember what lightsaber I have on her, so. Maybe we'll use this for like CC too. And skills. Sorry, I know this is always sort of like a dead air kind of moment here. Yeah, fuck it. Let's give her a force lighting. And more treat injury, more awareness, more feats. Improved dueling. She's kind of like our tank, I think, really. And like I just give her force wave just because like I don't necessarily always want to bring Juhani. So, and I think that the guardians scale with strength. So if I could have taken the dex out, then maybe that would have been a good idea. You have to be level 18 for Force Storm. Okay. Yeah, we want her to be tanky here. Okay, cool. Sounds good. And then we will save. And then, oh, you know what? We also want to make sure that she like... Yeah, she just has a regular lightsaber. And I have my stuff. And you have a blaster. I think there's probably some crap that I have on me that's better than that. 1 through 6, yeah, she's terrible right now. Let's just, like, literally anything in here would be better. There you go. Cool. Republic mod armor, 5 defense. Is there anything better than that? 7, Sinagar, Davix Warsuit. Powered light battle armor. There you go. And then a mod? No. Okay. Cool. And then you have robes, and I have robes, so everything's good. Yeah. So I literally have zero familiarity with this aspect of the game, because this was DLC and this wasn't in when I played, so it's all completely brand new to me, and I mean, I don't think they even really set it up like when they included it before, I think.
Who is that? What do you want? I recognize your ship. Davix, isn't it? Oh, are you new or something?
Open this door. I'm your friend.
Yes, I'll open the door for you, friend. There we go.
God, he's looking old, man. Suvam Tan.
You don't look like I thought you would. Too human. Don't see many of your kind out here at all anymore. Not since the war, at any rate. What brings you here?
I seek the pieces of a map to a Starforge.
Never heard of it. There's nothing in the system except ruins of Exar Kun's war.
Exar Kun.
What? Don't tell me you youngsters don't know anything about Exar Kun and the war. But then again, they've been a lot of troubles recently, I've heard. Only what the smugglers and Trandoshans have told me, a new Sith Lord has risen up to replace the dead one, and he's beating the Republic up pretty bad. They didn't seem too displeased, though.
Who are the Trandoshans?
Oh, the Trandoshans, mercenaries and bounty hunters. Scum, mostly. They look like big lizards.
Sort of like Rhodians.
Oh, no, nothing like Rhodians. Trandoshans are ugly, disgusting. But you'd never want to say that to their faces. Rip your head clean off, probably.
Why are they here?
They found me here a couple years after the war ended. Usually they don't bargain with people they find alone in abandoned space stations, but we worked out a deal. I'd give them a few of my more applicable inventions at a reasonable price, and they'd keep me supplied with food and new materials. It worked out well so far, for years. With David Gordon, they've been getting ideas, though. Anything else you want to know?
Do you have anything you'd be willing to sell me?
Yes, I have a few things kicking around the place. Stuff the Trandoshans and smugglers have brought me to look at, and a few things I've been making from parts. They aren't cheap, though. They pay a lot for what I can make, and anything I can sell to you I can't exactly sell to them now, can I? But if you're willing to pay, I've got a few more advanced things you can look at. I'm always working on more, so you can check back some other time if I don't have what you're working on right now, because this DLC scales to the endgame. Here, have a look.
Dun-na-na-na. So we'd have to go through. So not Bargain Shadow Armor. Ooh. I don't really need that now.
What do you want?
I'd like to ask you a few questions as you're leaving.
Oh, well, what do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Me, I'm nobody doing nothing. I've been in the system for over 50 years before this station was even built. I just sit around all day and tinker with this and that, trying out a few of my ideas.
You're an inventor.
Maybe a little. I just tinker with stuff I found lying around on the ruins in Yavin 4, or that Trandoshans and smugglers bring me. Of course, with them it's usually weapons and things. But I just have so many ideas people haven't seemed to come up with yet. It's really quite astonishing.
Do you have any gadgets you'd be willing to sell me?
Here, have a look. Same shit I showed you before.
So is this all there is? I wonder how I access the really good loot that he was talking about. Access denied? Access denied. Alright. Maybe there's I don't know why he doesn't stop moving around. What do you want? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Tell me about this system.
Well, this gas giant here is Yavin. It's got a whole bunch of moons around it. The only really interesting one is Yavin 4, though. It's been pretty much picked clean.
What was on Yavin 4?
When Exar Kun started the Great Sith War 50 years ago, he used Yavin 4 as a base, building a lot of his Sith temples there. When he lost, the Republic came and bombed the surface, destroying pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything.
Well, you can still find a few things here and there on the surface, some buried from the bombardment, some that look much, much older. Been there a bunch of times and pretty much found all there was to find. I took them back here and tinkered with them a bit, getting them up and working or improving them. I have a bunch you can look at if you're interested and maybe purchase.
Give them to me.
Sure, wait, what? No, I can't do that. He tried to trick me. Don't try stiff, it won't work.
Tell me about the system. Tell me about yourself. Who are the smugglers?
Rhodians, Aquilix, Twi'leks, whatever, they all work in an organization called the Exchange. Might have heard of them. They run smuggling operations all over the galaxy, weapons, slaves, whatever someone's willing to pay the price for. They found my talents very useful. Like the Trandoshans, they get me to patch up and upgrade what they bring and pay me well for it. They also bring me news and supplies.
I'd like to ask you something else. How did you know Davik?
He used to come here every once in a while to trade. He worked for the Exchange, big-time smugglers. The Trandoshans didn't really want to get on his bad side, so they let it go. But now that he's gone, things are a bit more uncertain. Sure.
Alright, so I'm not... Maybe I have to come back after I initiate the endgame, but, like, I'm not really sure, like, how. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cut this part. I'm gonna check online real quick and see what the requirements to do this are. Okay, so we're back. So, apparently there is an issue with this area of the game that if you don't visit it, you have to reset visiting this place every time you arrive. So this counts as like the first visit to Yavin 4, and there is like a set of stuff that is supposed to happen every time you go. I guess they wanted this to be like a sort of like, I don't know, like port of call, so to speak. I'm just going to add my two biggest hitters because I want the strongest party if we got to fight people in here. So basically they want you to like, they say like you can reset this if you enter and exit the Ebenhawk. I don't know if that counts as like, if you have to go to another world and then come back. But yeah, let's just see what happens here and see if anything is different. Oh, here we go. And these are, I think the Trandoshans are a new character model.
What? You can't just rewrite our agreement whenever you feel like it. The Exchange won't stand for it.
The Exchange is in no position to dictate orders anymore, Suvam. Who's that?
Tell you everything? What are you talking about? I don't have to clear anything up with you.
What's going on here, Suvam?
They're trying to extort me, that's what. They think just because the Exchange is gone, they can take whatever they want from me.
We are renegotiating our contract, Suvam.
I think you guys better leave, homie.
What? You'll force us?
Leave now.
We leave now. But we have not forgotten Pi.
Thank you for helping me, but I really don't think you should have provoked them like that. They can be impulsive sometimes. Still, at least I ended up in one piece, right?
Alright, see you later. We gotta do this a couple more times, Suvam.
I really don't think they'll be coming back for a while. I'm pretty sure that you probably scared them with your last forced persuasion. And maybe they'll stay gone. Maybe they won't just go back to their ships, be sitting in the cockpit and be like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Like, we just left because he asked us to? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
So I guess like the area like truly resets after you enter and exit the even hawk here. Yes. Of course I would like this configuration. Thank you for asking. Go back in. Hello, 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 hello. I think the Trandoshan is a new character model. I don't think that that is, I think that's the only one they added in the DLC. And then obviously he's got old man texture.
Well, you're back. I was just taking a look at a few new things I thought you might like, and I...
Yeah. The dick.
You! How did you get in here?
Well, I never left.
We have our ways, and it wasn't that we just went back to the ship. We went back to the ship, and then we were like, why did we even leave in the first? We don't even know that guy. So we figured we'd just bring our swords and come kill you or something, you know? Like we kind of figured we would. So I guess we'll just do that now.
Leave.
I think not, human. Not this time. We're here to teach you a lesson, Suvam. And you as well, human. Unfortunately, you won't live to correct your mistake.
Cool. All right, so I think I'm gonna live. Damn, these guys are strong.
Yes?
Cut this dude up. God, it's like 800 turns of
Yes.
These Trandoshans just keep making the damn saves, dude.
Yes?
Woo. Oh no, we're in that mode where, no, where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? Where is it? Ugh. Just lose.
Your wish?
Yeah, we're actually gonna get wiped here. Damn, did I really? Oh, god damn it. 3848. Yeah, so we probably want this one. I think this is when, I think this was before we entered combat here. They're tough. And they resisted like all of the saves on, that Jolie was putting. I think we might need to increase his wisdom stat a little bit, because I think without that he's kind of trash, because I think that might make his saves harder to save against. So put on the buffs, even though this never fucking does anything.
Your wish?
And then we'll just save, shoot up, and then
What?
no, speed through the dialogue. I don't want my buffs to go away. Okay, good. I still have them. At least have some of them. All right. So we actually have to play this pretty. Dude, wasn't he standing like right behind me there? Like, what the hell? I think I keep getting Taco and Jolie mixed up here. So we're gonna do one status field, and then we are going to. I'm gonna go straight for, because these two Trandoshan guys, they seem to be pretty strong.
For the Republic!
Boom, there's one. You haven't even made it to this person yet. I want you to stun
Your wish?
this one. God, her damage is just terrible. God, she keeps making the save, dude. Jolie, is there anybody else? Like, God, they really keep making the save. Don't you have Force Suppression, Force Whirlwind, right? If they make the save for that, can we attempt Force Whirlwind? There we go. Yeah, so I think we need to be doing more of this.
Sure.
That is what a Jedi can
You're really doing this. Come on, come on.
do. Jedi can
Boom. And then get this guy. And then just keep whirlwinding them. Because it feels like the save for Force Whirlwind is like... And then whirlwind this guy. There you go.
What?
Stun him.
wish?
Stun him. There you go. Now cut him up. Wait, what? Why is there somebody coming from that side? Hit those two. This is kind of fun. None of this crap. Only just gang up on these individual mobs. It's not. Damn, he just teleported. Beat his ass. Look at them whirling back there. That's so funny. Alright. Boom. Yeah, just keep CCing them. It doesn't. We don't need your damage, we need your CC. I think this is new music too.
What?
Which is nice. Finally something. Boom. Boom. Everybody leveling up here. Yo. Boom. And that should be all of them.
Those Trandoshan scum! They couldn't get more out of me, so they tried to kill me instead. Hopefully I'll have time before they send someone else to investigate. Maybe rig their ship to take off somewhere else. Thank you for your help. I know I couldn't have taken them on my own. I'll let you look at my special stash. It's the stuff I wasn't showing them. Won't be cheap, but if you want it, you can buy it.
Ooh. We don't want this yet. Nice. And these guys got levels. So we'll say more awareness or treat injury. Powers. I think we want dueling with her, right? Or sorry, force armor. You really just want to go all damage in this game, man. Skills. Yes. Powers. Max force wave too. Here we go. Oh, I get 2 powers here. Force breach. Damn, Jolie is just insane now.
What?
Here we go. So we are ultimately always trying to build our group to best the sort of best handle the end game of this game, you know what I mean? To best beat Malik, because that was the hard stop, you know, this game, like, you maybe don't want to go play 6 hours earlier to your last save and when you absolutely get fucked on that guy, so. Alright, round 3. Ready, fight! Let's see what encounter we can set here. I actually quite enjoy these, the little skirmishes that they have. Those Trandoshans are actually pretty tough. But, it's also nice to see, like, a new character model in a game that came out, like, you know, a decade ago. More than a decade ago. Let's see. Remains. Oh, do I have to loot all this crap first? Hyperadrenals. Antidote kit, thermal detonators. Remains. A lot of stuff we could sell for a considerable amount of credits, but we're not really interested in anything in this game aside from the like in-game gear, right?
Oh, you're back again. Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I keep the transactions will be giving back and forth, and I don't want to be here when they do. I appreciate your help, but there's no way I can fight an army of those lizards, even with your help.
What are you gonna do?
I don't rightly know. I was thinking of maybe looking up some of my old Bargowin friends, if any of them are still alive. Managed to scavenge enough pieces to fit my ship out with a hyperspace tribe, so I'll spend some time trying to find them on my own, I think. Now, what can I do for you?
Do you have anything you'll be willing to sell me? Here. Okay, so these are the last ones. So Mantle of the Force and Heart of the Guardian are the strongest crystals you can put in your the strongest crystals you can put in your lightsaber. So I kind of wanted to do a Mantle of the Force and a Heart of the Guardian. So I'm going to buy Mantle of the Force. Yeah, I know it costs more than 900 credits. And then I'm going to sell, like, every antidote kit that I have. Every repair kit that I have. Every construction kit I have. Every more repair kits, because we are definitely not using droids. Because those are terrible. Parts. We literally never use this. Literally ever. So we'll get rid of all these. Wish there was like a group sell or something we can do. Sell the clothing. Sell the Jedi robe. Sell the Jedi night robes. Sell these, sell this, sell this, sell the combat suits, sell Darth Abandon's fiber armor. What is this? 5+5? What is the best armor? 5+5, 7. Yeah. Mandalorian battle armor, pretty high. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Yeah, sell that. Johnny light armor. Yep. Just trying to get enough. The ceremonial armor. Zabrak combat suit. Sell these. Public mod armor. Synagar. Davik's war suit. Military suits. Sell these. Light battle armor. Show the buy list here. Yeah, I want the, oh, because all my stuff goes on top, which is annoying. I want this Heart of the Guardian. Yes. So I'm going to make 2 lightsabers with these. They're going to be bad fucking ass. So let's see. Baragwin Shield Disruptor. Thank you. So those are the 2 best crystals in the whole game. So I'm going to do a Heart of the Guardian one and another one. And I think I can put them together on the workbench inside here. So let's see. The workbench is right here. We want to build lightsabers. Upgrade items. So I have So I have 2 lightsabers. I have a red one. I want a yellow one. I guess we'll use this one. Upgrade item. This is a crystal. Okay, so we can we add both of these to 1 crystal? I guess the strongest thing to do would be to put Heart of the Guardian and both of these in this, right? So I would do Crystal Bondar, Crystal Genrelux, Crystal whatever. Do I have to make a new lightsaber to use these? Like yeah, so these are the base crystals. So I do have, if I want to use both, I have to use Heart of the Guardian. Ah, which is orange, which is my favorite, yes. What is the strongest damage? Bonus energy damage, 1d8, 1d8. Crystal Bondar, Sigil, Crate Dragon Pearls. Crate Dragon Pearl. And Farrakhan. Yes. So we got... So which one is that I just made though? Attack modifier +6, holy crap. And then this one is gonna be Mantle of the Force. It's like a light blue. On hit, paralyze. And then the Solari. There you go. Yeah. So I'm gonna dual wield this shit, right? I don't care about literally any of that. So, yeah, it's these ones with the weird hues, I think. Woohoo! Yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, I want to fight somebody now. I'm not a big, honestly, I played the whole game with it just because it's good, but I like the dual, the 2 lightsabers more than the double. So I think I'll probably give my double to somebody else, but yeah, I think that's where we'll call it. We'll get right into the topic here. I think next episode I might even instead of doing a straight through Let's Play, I might just cut together a bunch of moments of me cleaning up all the side quests. And just sort of have a day where I just enjoy myself and play Knights of the Republic and sort of clean up all the loose ends before we get into the end game, so to speak. And one thing that always irritated me about this game too is that I think Darth Revan looks so cool when he has the robes on, but you could never get them in the game. You could never get the mask and you could never get his actual gear, but there are mods to be able to do that. So I think I might actually get the Revan mods so that I can wear that stuff. And it'll be cool. So yeah, maybe I'll try to put it on when it's lore appropriate in the game. I don't know if it is at this moment, but I definitely want to be fully Revaned out when the end game actually occurs. So but yeah, I think we will get into the topic, which is being present. So this new job has been very, I don't want to say taxing, but has commanded virtually all of my attention, right? Again, in the same vein as the last few episodes, I've only really wanted to do these episodes because I felt like it was important, not because I felt like I had the time, you know what I mean? Starting this job, I've been asked to learn a lot of things that I have either no previous experience with or didn't even realize these whether they be languages, tooling, platforms, libraries, whatever. I didn't even know that they existed. And so almost every weekend is spent learning a new tool. And that sounds oh, this is the mystery box from One Quest. It sounds like something that would be bad. But to me, I'm enjoying it because the team that I'm working on is filled with like young people, like a lot of early 20s, and everybody on that team is a killer. Like everybody knows their stuff. Everybody's doing like lots of rigorous DevOps and true systems engineering and development, full stack engineering with things other than like a Node backend, which is sort of, I don't want to say obvious, but like it's a pretty common pattern. And I wouldn't say like using like Spring Boot or something is all that uncommon either. It's absolutely not. But like just a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with, and there's a lot of like diversity of skills on the team. So I find myself, I realized yesterday that I've been like insanely present. Like I really hadn't, I had no time to like reflect, right? And I think that's what like being present really is that you have to be in a situation which demands your complete attention. Like if you're getting attacked by like a wild animal, like there's no reflection going on. There's no like, well, maybe this, or like daydreaming. Like it's fight or flight, and I think that's how I'm sort of feeling with this job. Like I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoy the team, and I know that I'm making like great strides and I'm improving every week, but it's taking up like a lot of my off time to be able to do that. And again, I don't dislike that, but it's very much, it feels like in terms of this job, like that flight or flight kind of thing where it's like, 3 or 4 days ago, I was sort of panicking because I'm like, I don't really understand Spring Boot annotations. Then I'm taking like a, 8-hour class over the weekend. And then last weekend I took an 8-hour class, and then getting ready for this job, I took a 40-hour class. So I'm just like, I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber all the time, and I feel like I don't ever have enough time to really go through everything. Like I take so many notes. Some of the people on the team are so brilliant that like it's hard to like keep up sometimes. Like you get lost in the first 5 minutes of somebody explaining you something, but you don't want to sound like an idiot. So you just sort of like going, and you just take notes and you're like, I'm going to circle back to this later. And even when I'm saying this, I'm starting to get like anxious, like man, I gotta get on this because it's Sunday today. So, but yeah, I think like this is sort of the antithesis of the COVID episode where it just felt like nothing really changes, nothing really progresses, no progress, no growth. This is the opposite of that. This is, I don't have a choice but to grow. You know what I mean? If I don't grow, I'm not gonna succeed in this job. It's a difference between being an unmotivated, sort of lazy developer, bad skill set, not vocal on calls, not really, adding energy, or, not taking energy, but not really adding any energy in, or like, unique ideas, and really sort of failing a job and upsetting your stakeholders and fizzling out in the company or in the group, versus like really shining, blowing past all the barriers. And I mean, part of what's so exciting about this job is that I feel like the pressure of this job is going to make my skill set so valuable that I could literally like do whatever I wanted after this. You know what I mean? Like I could get a job anywhere without even like a worry in the world. You know what I mean? There's such a diversity of tools and platforms, and so many of them, especially like that our organization is implementing, are like pretty cutting edge, or like I think a lot more like forward thinking than people would expect in Lockheed. I really do think that Lockheed is more forward in a lot of areas than people realize. Like talking to people that got on the team, or talking to people, like there's a lot of like, at least on the technical side, there's a lot of upward mobility, like people tend to appreciate developers. And this is just generally, I mean, I've spoken to this, like when somebody has no concept for how difficult or easy something is to do, everything is magic, And so it's like, oh my God, this guy's so unbelievable, when like you really didn't even have to do much to fix an issue, but then like something else seems obvious and it's not easy. But I think that there's a lot of upward mobility in the company, more so than people realize, for people that are developers. And I've seen a lot of people that are like good. I haven't really seen anybody that is a good developer struggle to move on to a new position. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. The company is very large. I'm saying in my experience and who I've talked to, and when I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking directly of like at least 5 people, probably more, that have had a pretty good success, like going from a 1 to a 2 to 3. The 1 to 2 is probably the hardest, like getting out of that straight out of college level, sort of moving up stage. But because once you get to a status where you're able to like prove your skills at a certain degree, I think it's much easier for you. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have a ton to say on this topic, but I really sort of wanted to just record my feeling of being present. As far as my other project goes, it's sort of just on hold at the moment. I don't have less of a desire, I think, to really work on it. I just don't have time, and I think I might approach some of the problems differently once I've sort of rounded out my skill set. But yeah, just being present is, I think, has a lot to do with your environment more than it even does with like your intention. You know what I mean? Like if you're really desiring to be more present, like you need to go for an opportunity that is going to force you to be present. You can't sort of, one thing I'd struggled with over this past year was, and me and Connor have actually like debated this a little bit. We have a Friday call that we do with some mutual friends on the Discord where we talk about different topics. And Connor always struggles because he has to force himself to do things a lot because he feels like he doesn't have like a group around him to like, you know, make it happen. And I sort of waffle between like some things you have to force, but you really shouldn't have to burn so much extra energy to try to do something. And sometimes you really do just have to buckle down and study. I mean, good God, getting through that big class for the setting up microservice, like a node-based microservices architecture which was really cool. That was a struggle to get through because I do find like the minutia of setting up Docker containers and managing them with Kubernetes or whatever Kubernetes-based platform is really boring. And I mean, I have to do all kinds of things to like force. Like sometimes I work out while I'm studying because I feel like it like calms my brain down or like sort of evens me out. You know, like I'll be sitting there with a dumbbell doing curls because I can tell my brain is like starting to turn off while somebody's talking, and I'm like, oh geez. I listen to all my videos at like 2 times speed because I'm like I get bored of like people taking a long time to explain something very like directly, and I'll slow it down if I have questions, but yeah, if you're an artist or you're an engineer or you're somebody that wants to learn something, like you kind of have to throw yourself into the pit and just, swim or sink, so to speak, if you really want to be present. I think like when I think about being present, like in college and in like the boot camp, it was like everything was always about the next thing. Like I was always focused on the next thing. Like I wanted to go out tomorrow and I needed to go get a shirt to do that or something. And I mean, I know that's like silly, but like everything was so immediate and everything was so time and now. Like they would, when you're in a fraternity, like they want you at the house at this date because you need to do this thing and you need to get ready for it. And then the next week you need to do a thing. And then you have your classes and then you have like the 5 minutes where you can go eat. And then it's like, oh, we're going out after this. And that's, I think, why people they're present because they don't have energy to not be present. Like the environment that they're in is so demanding that they don't have time to like do shit like this. It's ironic. I've said I've been like very present and like I tried to sneak this in, and it's like this is probably the earliest episode I think I've ever recorded. Like it's 9:30 right now, like as this episode is ending, and I got up and studied a bunch of notes that I had taken, and I have like way more notes to study today. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. But be present. If you want to be present, throw yourself in and just go. And I struggle with like whether or not you should fabricate something or not to make yourself in that situation. But like, I don't know. I would think like if you want to be good at basketball, like go sign up for a team and somehow like be forced to do it. I know it's hard for me because like I was given this, I was put up for the software factory job and I accepted it. So now like that's where I'm committed. And because it's like your income, it's very much like your reality. So I don't know how to I've never been very good at like fabricating scenarios like that. And maybe somebody who's listening to this that's trying to take something from this conversation can think of something better than I can. But you really just have to force yourself and like put yourself into that flight or fight response. Like I want to succeed. I have like so many things that I have to get done and I have to do them. And if I do them, and again, all this is all. I know I'm rambling. I think I might be stretching for time a little bit because I had a sense that this might be short. But I don't feel bad about any of this. I don't want it to sound like I'm just dying. And like, yes, I've been like insanely stressed some of these days, but like it feels legitimately rewarding. Like that early engineering feeling where like you put up your fist and you could make a commit and it worked. You know, you build and nothing breaks and everything's working as intended and you're just like, yes, it's working. That's been happening a lot lately too, because it just felt like legitimate growth. So yeah, put yourself in that situation, work really hard. And I'm the kind of person that when I have to cram, I cram harder than anybody else, you know. And there is, what I was going to say before, there is a little bit of irony because I've actually been playing like really late at night, like a little bit of Street Fighter with Steven, and I almost like never play Street Fighter ever. And I just played this, and so I guess there were times where like I played like less games, so to speak, but the bulk of my day is truly spent like just studying and doing classes and doing more classes and doing demo applications and cross-referencing things and like really diving in because I want to contribute. And I think I want to be at this job for like, as I've said to a lot of people, like a year and a half. I don't think anybody on the team would even be offended by me saying that, like, because it's pretty normal to move on to a new position after that long of a time in this realm, even if that's like a different part of Software Factory, you know what I mean? Like I imagine I'll be splitting my time between different programs like way earlier than that. But yeah, and you know, I talked to people and they were like, you know, once you feel like you're ready, come see me and we can set you up with like a level 4 and maybe I'll take that. Maybe I'll do something outside of the company. My dream, and probably what I'm most inclined to do, is I want to start my own company. I want to build my own systems and then I want to hand them off to other engineers and I want to manage it. And I've been trying to be more in the loop with like the Twitter engineering because like all of like the developers that are always like putting forward tooling and interesting stuff and posting about new things that are happening are not on Instagram, which was my like main outlet to like quotes the cultural things that I like or like my hobbies. So I'm back on Twitter for that. But yeah, I think that's really it for being present. And yeah, the next episode is going to be kind of like a cut of different aspects of like different side quests and maybe some Pizzac. I'll probably record that over the course of a day at some point in the future. I have a bunch of episodes of Valheim that were cut from a really long play, and hopefully they will be done soon. Again, my time has just been slammed lately, so I haven't really had the time to cut up hours and hours and hours and hours of footage, but it went really well. Hopefully that'll be out at some point in the near future. I don't know what the next episode where we're gonna have somebody in is. It's vaccine time. Almost like my mom is vaccinated all the way. My grandparents are vaccinated all the way. The vaccine is like pretty much all the way rolled out, and everybody in the state will have access next week, regardless of age. So I'm probably gonna get vaccinated at some point soon too. So we should be able to get some of the people more comfortably coming in and doing Let's Plays. So with that said, I will talk to you all next time. And as always, bye-bye.